Hey guys, my name is Matsimio, and today I wanted to go over what I consider to be the best assault guns in Battlefield 1. The assault class is very powerful right now, and it's mainly due in part because of the weapons that they have at their disposal. Sure, some might be more lackluster or mediocre, but on average, as long as you're using the weapon properly and you're playing close to the enemy, you're going to be able to ruin everyone that you come across. And so one gun that's going to assist you with this is the Hel Regal. I'm not exactly sure what DICE was thinking when they originally designed and balanced this weapon out, because when you compare it to all of the other guns in the game, it blows them out of the water. It's got a rounds per minute of 600, which is blazing fast. In past Battlefield games, that would be quite low, but because this is a World War I setting, that's one of the highest RPMs in the game, and so it has a very high damage output. On top of that, you have 60 rounds in a magazine, giving you a lot of room for air, allowing you to kill multiple targets without ever having to reload, and it's also got great hip fire and aim down sight accuracy. There are very few weaknesses of the Hel Regal. Honestly, probably the biggest weakness is that it has a very long reload time, but because you have 60 rounds in a magazine, there's very few situations where you're going to be left exposed with your pants down where you do have to go through that reload animation. The only time that you're ever really having to reload is after you just killed every single person on the objective and just went on a tear killing 5 people all by your lonesome. This gun is a monster in the right hands, or even if you're just new to the game. Now, it does suck that this is the rank 10 assault weapon, and it is going to require a lot of time investment for you to get to that point. But all I can say is it's worth the grind. This gun, compared to all the other SMGs, while it may not be the best in every category, and we'll get to a weapon that can actually outcompete the Hel Regal, in general, as long as you're playing this weapon properly and you're closing the gap and being smart about it, this gun is a force to be reckoned with, and it is, in my opinion, one of the best guns in the game for any class out there. It is that powerful. Now, moving on to a weapon that can technically kill someone who's using the Hel Regal, we have the Automatico. Now, what's great about this gun is mainly due to its high rounds per minute. It has, I think, the highest RPM out of any of the primary guns in the game, coming in at 900. This weapon is basically the FAMAS of World War I. It's got a very similar playstyle if you've ever used it in past Battlefield titles. It's got 25 rounds in its magazine, high rounds per minute, great damage up close, but you are going to have to deal with a lot of recoil, and that's its biggest weakness right now. Anything that's a medium distance is going to be very challenging for you to take out when you are using this gun, and so of course, like every weapon in this category, every weapon at your disposal for assault, you're going to want to play up close and personal, but that is especially true when you are using this gun. Now, the reason why I recommend the Automatico is that technically, this has the highest damage output of every single automatic weapon in the game, and you're going to be able to outcompete them in those close encounter situations. You are going to be able to destroy someone who's using the Hel Regal. Now, the drawback of it is that I think that this requires a lot more skill and finesse than the Hel Regal because you don't get a lot of room for error. You're going to be constantly reloading. You're going to go through those rounds very quickly because of that high RPM and low magazine size, and so it's going to require positional and situational awareness for you to be successful. Once you do start to learn the ins and outs of it though, it is honestly one of the more satisfying guns in the game. You're mowing down the competition, taking people out left and right, and so if you've been struggling or you're going against a lot of enemies that are using the Hel Regal, I highly recommend that you try out the Automatico because, in my opinion, it is the direct counter. If you're wondering what variant to use, that might be helpful. I recommend either Storm or the Trench version. Storm is going to decrease the recoil significantly, or you can always go over it to the Trench variant and just hip fire people down like a maniac. A lot of the gameplay you guys saw today was me using the Trench version, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. You don't really ever need to aim down sight. It's laser beam like accurate, at least up close. And so if you've been wondering what variant to use, I would stray away from factory and stick with these two. Moving on over to the shotguns, there's a lot of options here, but admittedly, if you want the best of the best, you're going to want to use the Model 10A Hunter variants. Once again, not exactly sure what DICE was thinking when they designed this gun, because it pretty much turns into a pocket sniper rifle. I question my sanity when I start getting one-shot kills against someone who was clearly too far away for a normal shotgun to drop them at that distance. I have had moments where I was probably just as surprised as the enemy was when I one-shot them 20 meters away. There's been firefights where I felt dirty after them because I just didn't think I deserved to kill them at least as easily as I did. Sure, maybe 2 or 3 shots at long range, yeah, that would make more sense. But some of these firefights end a lot faster than I'm expecting, and it really just shows the power of this gun. Really, the only weakness of the shotgun is that it does have a slow rounds per minute. If you're giving the enemy an opportunity and an opening to kill you because you're missing 2 or 3 rounds, you're probably not coming out of that firefight alive. But as long as you're accurate and as long as you're halfway decent with a shotgun, you're going to be able to go on some of the most impressive kill streaks that you've ever experienced in Battlefield 1 because this thing is that powerful. And so while you can use the other shotguns in the game because they're also amazing, like, don't get me wrong, they're still very good. I love using the Hellfighter. I love using shotguns in general in Battlefield 1. If you're looking for the best of the best, look no further than the Model 10A Hunter variant because it is that magnificent. But yeah, guys, that is about it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about my recommendations. Do you agree that the Hel Regal is one of the best? Do you think that some of these might need a little bit of a nerf in the future because you think that they're too powerful? Or do you love the assault class right now and you think it's perfect? Give me your thoughts down below. But yeah, guys, until tomorrow, have a good one and take it easy.